Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about setting new standards because, as we progress in our healing from narcissistic abuse, we certainly want to be setting new standards moving forward on, how we carry ourselves, how we present ourselves, what we will accept and what we won't accept from people in our relationships and our interactions, our boundaries. We have to set these standards. We have to reset them because when we was dealing with that narcissist, they were not where they needed to be. And we have to get real with ourselves on that. Unless, it was a situation where for some of you, you figured it out awfully quick, in the first month or even quicker, and you dumped that narcissist. Good for you. Most people usually don't catch on that quickly, and I guess I'm talking to people who have gone through that whole cycle once, twice, three, and more times. All right, chances are the person that has gone back for a Hoover. This is the person, really, not the person that just caught it right off the bat and got rid of that narcissist and was on to the next, and they're just learning about what it was, and good for you. Most people, that is not the typical experience, okay? But anyhow, a lot of times we spend time in our healing process, dissecting that particular narcissist that we dealt with and just really trying to make everything come full circle that we was experiencing with that person, group, or whatever. But there comes a part where we would graduate, hopefully, to, internalizing things to the point where we would say, hey, what can I change about myself moving forward that I won't be susceptible to this again? What were the things that I could have done to protect myself, or that I will do moving forward now that I know better, now that I'm more informed, now that I understand? Could it be that you turned a blind eye to some red flags, or perhaps didn't give it the red flags? The proper weight, basically, that it needed to have. So, just think about it. Really think about yourself and what you can do better to protect yourself moving forward, because we know the predators in this world are growing in massive numbers, guys. They're not going anywhere. And it could be one day where they're the majority. Unfortunately, the way this world is going, one day they could actually be the majority. So we really, really need to get this down pat moving forward. And it's okay to have these standards. Oftentimes, society puts these cliche names on it, like, oh, she's a bitch, or he's an asshole, because, they're firm about, hey, this is what I accept and this is what I don't accept. Don't worry about all of that. Do not worry about other people's opinions. If you give a person one time early on to be disrespectful with your time, then that's what you give them. It's okay. We have to take in these clues, guys. We have to protect ourselves. It's okay to have a standard. You don't have to work with someone that's broke. You don't have to be their fixer. You don't have to dust them off. You don't have to take on somebody and make them your project, a grown-ass man. That is not your responsibility. And God would send you someone that was actually ready for you, not someone that you had to fix up. Now you're draining your energy because you done took on a project, or somebody that's helpless, or they're not helpless, but they're bums, broke bums. It's okay to have a standard, to say, hey, you know what? The person that I talk to has to have stability in their life. They need to have their own place. They need to have their own transportation. They need to have their own job or career. Goodness, at least a job. Not just some guy looking for someone to live with because he's basically homeless. Coming from his mama's house or his sister's house or the last woman's house straight to yours. with nothing but a poverty penis. You know, it's okay to set that standard up higher, and I want you to. I highly recommend it. Trust me, I have dated people that, were well-to-do, and I've dated people that were struggling, and honey, I enjoyed fine dining. I enjoyed weekend vacations. I enjoyed the gifts. I enjoyed that lifestyle a whole lot more than trying to lift up somebody who didn't appreciate it and didn't even care about their life as much as I did. So it's okay to lift that standard up. It's okay. It is okay. Or if he has children over here, children over there, children over there, children, you ain't got to deal with somebody that has 4 or 5 baby mamas. That is a red flag. Chances are he's showing you that he's bouncing around. What is he committed to? Is he even paying child support in his children's lives? Are all of them bitter towards him because he was nothing but poverty penis? We have to pay attention to how a person leads their life. Does it mean that he couldn't have changed for the better, or he never would? No, it doesn't mean that he can't, but do you want to take that risk? Do you want to take that risk? You don't have to. There are plenty of guys in the world that don't have all these baby mamas. And I don't even like to use that term, mother of children, There's lots of guys out there. You can be picky. You can be picky. You want someone that can actually keep a commitment, that can demonstrate that they can be committed to something. He trying to get with you when he got a baby on the way, or just had a baby that's less than a year old. He's showing you. Who does this? Things happen, but why was you even sleeping with her if it was all that? You know what I mean? You was just hooking up, having careless, reckless sex, not respecting the sanctity of it, So these are things, it's okay to raise those standards. Go look, when you meet someone, look on their Facebook, look on their social medias. What kind of posts are they putting up, these dudes? Or is it bitch this, hoes that? What type of videos is he sharing? Degrading things towards women? These are signs. These are signs. These are signs. It's okay to have a standard. Like, look, I don't deal with people that, on this low level of functioning. I don't deal with that. Like, you can't intellectually stimulate me. It's okay. If he didn't finish high school, he didn't care. He's 36 years old or something and didn't even finish high school. It's okay to say, you know what? But yet he said he cared about his education. But in all these years, you couldn't go back and get your GED. Did you make one attempt? Did you got some failed tests where you made an attempt or anything? You haven't even made an attempt. But yet you're sitting here and saying you care about your education, dating someone with multiple college degrees. Now, let me just intercept here. There are a lot of successful people that haven't finished school, but I'm talking about the one that didn't finish school and don't have his stuff together. It wasn't like he had this entrepreneur spirit or he was called to this or that. Nah, this person is still broke, busted, and disgusted. Okay? And all he's going to do is pull you down in life. It's okay to have that standard. If you don't like to date someone that smokes cigarettes or does drugs, then that's your choice. It's okay to have these standards. Sometimes we're just so afraid of being alone that, we start bending where we shouldn't. Because those same places that we bend, they just start magnifying. And we regret it later on. Pay attention to these people. Stay detached so that you can stay objective. Really pay attention early on. Ask important questions. What are your short-term? What are your long-term goals? What do you have going on? What is your passions in life? What are you looking for? find out, are they just looking for friends with benefits? Or are they looking for a wife or a husband? It's okay to have these standards. It is okay. It's okay to say, hey, I want to be with someone that shares the same faith in me. You don't have to settle for a Muslim guy because he seemed like a good guy. We don't have the same. You're going to be bumping heads. Chances are. It's okay to set these standards. We have to be okay with being alone until someone worthy comes along. Sometimes we get tired of waiting, and then that's when that narcissist creeps in. All right. And now that we know what the love bomb phase is, we definitely going to have our eyebrows up to the person that's just coming on way too strong right off the bat. As a matter of fact, since I've dealt with it, like my whole personality changed. I don't even think it's cute anymore. Yes, it is very rare situations where, people just kind of take off and it's like real crazy. And it just, ends up that way. They're married really quick and boom, boom, bam. That is less likely though. But because we have gone through narcissistic abuse, I would not advise for you guys to be doing these, jumping off a cliff thing with people that we don't know, that are basically strangers. All right, someone telling you that they love you in the first couple weeks and just blowing up your phone all day. Don't they have a job? Don't they have responsibilities? Do they have a career, a business to run, a life? These are red flags. No one has that much time. I mean, maybe perhaps if they're retired or something, because I know all age groups are on here. So we just have to be mindful and set the standards. Like, no one's going to talk to you all crazy. They got one time. They don't even got that. The one time they do it, that's where they're going to be cut off. You know what I mean? That one time. They're going to respect your time. All this hot and cold ghosting, If they get ghosts, they can stay ghosts. Don't take none of them Hoovers back. Are you kidding me? Please. We have to have those standards. Whether they want to respect them or not, and they disrespect them, then they're getting cut out. That's it. Love yourself enough. Like, you have gone through enough after that narcissist. You really got to put your foot down. Does that mean you got to be this evil, mean person? No, it just means that you are assertive. It is what it is. And you ain't got to go. Don't be going and telling them what this boom, boom, bam. Just let them be them. Let them naturally be them. And, adjust accordingly. Whether it is cutting them off, like, I don't like the way they carry themselves. I'm just not feeling this. This isn't good for me. I don't like where they are in their life. How they living. Like, look. Have the standards. We have to have new standards now, guys. Summer is approaching and, people are going to be, dating now. They're coming out of that winter cycle. Everybody's out and about. People are going to be coming at you, especially if you're on dating sites or just going about your day to day. You got to have those standards. And, that's even if you feel like you're ready to embark on dating again. That's for you to decide. But when you do it out of your strength. Do it on a strong note. Do it standing in your strength and knowing who you are and what you're going to accept and what you're not. All right, guys? Let's be real crystal clear on your standards. Because sometimes we send people mixed messages and then they think they can do things that we're not cool with because we're being too passive. Even with the narcissist, I'm sure it's time that you didn't like the stuff that they were doing, but you were being too passive. Look, you got to speak up for yourself. You're the only one that can do it. You are the only one that can do it. And people will get away with what you let them. You got to stop it, nip it in the bud, or just cut them out. It depends on what it is. And you have to determine, based off of where your standards are, guys. But we got to have them, and we got to have stronger ones. Okay, guys, work on that. Give some thought to that so you know next time around, look, if a woman is going to deal with me, it's going to be like this, or they can hit the road. There's nothing wrong with being like that. The right person will respect your boundaries. The right person will meet your standards. Okay? All right, guys, until next time, take care.